Virgo, close the door. Turn off distractions. What I am about to tell you requires your full presence, your complete attention, because this is not ordinary information. This is a family secret that has been buried so deep, protected so carefully, hidden behind so many layers of silence and fear that even speaking about it feels dangerous. But Spirit does not care about our comfort. Spirit cares about truth. And the truth that is being concealed in your family, the truth that your brother carries like a stone in his chest, the truth that is slowly poisoning the foundation of everything you thought you knew, that truth is demanding to be revealed. I am Celestia Ardant, and last night I had a vision so vivid, so disturbing, so heavy with ancestral energy that I woke up gasping for air. In that vision I saw a man, your brother, sitting alone in darkness, his head in his hands, shoulders shaking with silent tears. And surrounding him were shadows, whispers, fragments of a story he has sworn never to tell. But secrets have a way of eating people alive from the inside. And this secret is destroying him. It is destroying your family dynamic in ways you have been feeling but cannot name. It is creating distance where there should be connection, tension where there should be ease, silence where there should be honest conversation. Before we go deeper into what Spirit is revealing, I need you to write in the comments, truth over comfort. Not because this is easy. Not because you are ready. But because when you declare your allegiance to truth, no matter how painful, you give the universe permission to show you what you need to see, to reveal what has been hidden, to bring light into the darkest corners of your family history. Tonight, I will take every declaration, every Virgo who is brave enough to face difficult truths, and I will surround your energy with protection. Because when family secrets begin to surface, when hidden things come to light, there can be backlash. There can be resistance. There can be people who would rather maintain the illusion than face reality. But you are stronger than their fear. And you deserve to know what is being kept from you. Write it now, truth over comfort. Then breathe deeply, because what the cards are about to reveal will change how you see your family, your childhood, and perhaps even yourself. Let me tell you exactly what I saw when I pulled your cards. I created sacred space with extra protection, black tourmaline, salt circles, white sage burning continuously. I called in only the highest guides and the most protective ancestors, because I knew intuitively that this reading would touch on something volatile, something that has been intentionally hidden, something that people have worked very hard to keep buried. I shuffled the deck with your energy and your family in my awareness, asking Spirit, what is this secret that Virgo's brother is hiding? Why is he afraid to speak? And what does Virgo need to know? The first card that fell, and it fell with such force it nearly flew off the table, was the Tower. Immediate, I knew. This is not a small secret. This is not a harmless omission. This is something explosive, something that threatens the very foundation of how your family understands itself, how it presents itself to the world, how it has constructed its identity. The Tower is the card of sudden revelation, of structures built on lies collapsing, of lightning striking foundations and revealing that they were never solid to begin with. When the Tower appears in relation to family secrets, it means that what is hidden is so significant that its revelation will change everything. Relationships, dynamics, histories, the stories you have been told about who you are and where you come from. But the Tower is also liberation, Virgo. Yes, it destroys. But it only destroys what was false. It only demolishes what was built on deception. And sometimes, the healthiest thing that can happen to a family is for the lies to crumble so that truth can finally breathe. I pulled a clarifying card, asking Spirit, what is the nature of this secret? What category does it fall into? The Seven of Swords appeared. Betrayal. Deception. Someone getting away with something, or believing they are getting away with something. Someone sneaking, hiding, taking what does not belong to them, or concealing information that others have a right to know. The Seven of Swords in the context of family secrets often points to several possibilities: financial deception, hidden parentage, affairs or betrayals, criminal activity that was covered up, abuse that was ignored or silenced, or family history that has been intentionally misrepresented. Your brother knows about one of these things, Virgo. He witnessed something. He discovered something. He was told something in confidence. Or he participated in something and now carries the guilt and the knowledge in equal measure. And he is terrified that if he speaks, the family will implode. That relationships will shatter. That people he loves will be devastated. That he will be blamed for destroying what everyone else seems content to pretend is fine. I needed more specificity, so I pulled 3 more cards asking, show me the exact nature of what he is hiding. The cards that appeared were the Devil, Five of Pentacles, and the Page of Cups reversed. Let me translate what Spirit is showing me through this combination. The Devil represents bondage, addiction, toxic patterns, secrets that keep people trapped in destructive cycles, or situations involving manipulation, control, and things that are morally or ethically compromised. In family contexts, the Devil often appears when there is addiction being hidden, financial exploitation happening behind the scenes, or someone in the family wielding unhealthy power over others. The Five of Pentacles speaks to financial hardship, exclusion, being left out in the cold, resources being withheld or stolen, and people suffering while others pretend not to notice. This card, combined with the Devil and the Seven of Swords, suggests that your brother's secret likely involves money, inheritance, financial betrayal, or someone in the family being taken advantage of financially while others look the other way. The Page of Cups reversed indicates emotional immaturity, messages that were never delivered, creative or emotional expression that was suppressed, or a young person, possibly your brother when he was younger, or someone else in the family, who was not protected the way they should have been. Putting this together, Spirit is showing me several possible scenarios, and one or more of these will resonate deeply with you. Scenario 1. Your brother knows that someone in the family, likely a parent or authority figure, has been mishandling money, hiding debt, stealing from family members, or manipulating finances in ways that will eventually devastate everyone. He knows this because he discovered evidence, or because he was asked to participate and keep quiet, or because he witnessed transactions that did not add up. Scenario 2. Your brother knows about an affair, a secret relationship, or hidden parentage that would shatter someone's understanding of their identity or their marriage. He may have discovered that someone in the family is not biologically related the way everyone believes, or that a parent has been living a double life. Scenario 3. Your brother witnessed or experienced abuse, emotional, physical, financial, or otherwise, and was told to stay silent to protect the family image. He carries the knowledge of what happened to him or someone else, and he is torn between loyalty to the victim and fear of what speaking would do to family unity. Scenario 4. Your brother knows about addiction, criminal activity, or deeply unethical behavior that has been covered up. Someone in the family has done something that, if revealed, would have legal, social, or relational consequences that the family has collectively decided to hide. Whichever scenario applies to your situation, the common thread is this: your brother is being crushed under the weight of what he knows. And his silence is not protecting the family, it is slowly destroying it from within. I pulled another card asking, why hasn't he spoken? What is keeping him silent? The card was the Two of Swords. A blindfolded figure holding two crossed swords, refusing to make a decision, avoiding confrontation, choosing willful ignorance over painful truth. Your brother is paralyzed, Virgo. He is caught between two impossible choices: speak and risk destroying the family, or stay silent and slowly destroy himself. He cannot see a way forward that does not involve catastrophic loss. So he has chosen the path of least immediate resistance: silence, denial, pretending he can carry this burden indefinitely without it breaking him. But the Two of Swords is not a sustainable position. It is a temporary pause, a holding pattern that cannot last. Eventually, the swords must be lowered. Eventually, the blindfold must come off. Eventually, a choice must be made. And Spirit is showing me that the choice is about to be made for him. The secret is about to come out, either because he finally breaks and speaks, or because circumstances beyond his control force the truth into the light. I asked, when? When will this secret be revealed? The card was the Eight of Wands. Soon. Very soon. Fast-moving energy. Things accelerating. Messages flying. Information spreading rapidly once it begins. The Eight of Wands suggests that within the next 8 days, 8 weeks, or connected to a significant date involving the number 8, something will trigger the revelation. It might be a family gathering where tensions boil over. It might be someone else discovering evidence. It might be your brother reaching a breaking point where keeping the secret becomes more painful than revealing it. But it is coming, Virgo. The Tower does not wait forever. The truth has its own timeline, and that timeline is now. I need to tell you something else that Spirit revealed, something about your role in all of this. I pulled a card asking, what does Virgo need to know about their part in this situation? The card was the High Priestess. You already know something is wrong, don't you? You have been sensing it. You have noticed the way your brother avoids certain topics, the way conversations shift when you enter the room, the tension that hangs in the air during family gatherings, the things that are said and the things that are conspicuously not said. The High Priestess is your intuition, your inner knowing, your ability to sense what others are trying to hide. She sits between two pillars, one black, one white, holding the scroll of hidden knowledge, with a veil of pomegranates behind her representing mysteries yet to be revealed. You are being called to trust what you already sense, Virgo. You are being called to stop making excuses for the discomfort you feel, stop rationalizing away the inconsistencies you notice, stop pretending everything is fine when your soul knows it is not. The High Priestess is also telling me that you may have a specific role to play in helping your brother find the courage to speak. Not by forcing him, not by confronting him aggressively, but by creating a safe space where he knows he can tell you the truth without being judged, without being blamed, without being asked to continue carrying something that is not his alone to carry. I pulled a card asking, how should Virgo approach their brother about this? The card was the Four of Cups. Interesting. The Four of Cups shows a figure sitting under a tree, arms crossed, looking at 3 cups in front of them while a 4th cup is being offered by a hand emerging from a cloud. The figure is so focused on what they are disappointed by that they do not notice the gift being offered. Spirit is saying that your brother is so consumed by the burden of this secret, so focused on the impossibility of his situation, that he cannot see the lifeline you could offer him. He cannot see that speaking to you might actually be the beginning of healing rather than the end of everything. Your approach needs to be gentle but direct. Not what are you hiding? But, I see that you are carrying something heavy. I want you to know that you are not alone. Whatever it is, we can face it together. The truth, no matter how painful, is less destructive than the lie we are all living. The Four of Cups suggests that he may resist at first. He may deflect, deny, minimize. But if you persist with compassion, if you make it clear that you are not going away, that you are committed to truth over comfort, that you love him regardless of what he reveals, he will eventually accept the cup being offered. Now I need to show you what Spirit revealed about the aftermath, because you need to be prepared for what comes when this secret emerges. I asked, what happens when this secret is revealed? What is the fallout? 3 cards appeared, the Moon, 10 of Swords, and Judgment. The Moon indicates confusion, emotional upheaval, things being even more complicated than they initially appear. When the secret comes out, there will be a period where nothing makes sense, where stories conflict, where people's memories differ, where you are not sure who to believe or what is real. The Moon is the fog that descends when foundations crack. It is the disorientation that comes when everything you thought you knew is suddenly called into question. And it warns you that during this time, you must rely on your intuition rather than the stories people tell, because everyone will be trying to control the narrative, to minimize their own involvement, to rewrite history in ways that protect their image. The 10 of Swords is painful to see, but I will not lie to you about what it means. This card shows a figure lying face down with 10 swords in their back, a complete ending, a total betrayal, the worst-case scenario manifesting. Someone in your family is going to be devastated by this revelation, Virgo. Someone is going to feel completely betrayed, not just by what was hidden, but by the fact that others knew and said nothing. Someone is going to experience this as a death, the death of their trust, their innocence, their belief in the family story they were raised with. The 10 of Swords is the moment of complete collapse, the moment when there is no more pretending, no more minimizing, no more it's not that bad. It is the moment when everyone must face the full weight of what has been hidden and the damage that hiding it has caused. But here is what is crucial about the 10 of Swords. It is always followed by a new beginning. The swords in the back represent the final ending of a cycle that needed to end. And though it looks like death, it is actually the death of illusion, not the death of the family itself. Then comes Judgment, and this is where hope enters the reading. Judgment is the card of resurrection, awakening, truth coming to light, and divine justice. It shows an angel, often Michael, blowing a trumpet while figures rise from their graves with arms outstretched toward heaven. This is rebirth. This is the moment when what was buried comes back to life, when secrets that were killing the family slowly are finally exposed so that real healing can begin. Judgment promises that yes, the revelation will be painful. Yes, there will be consequences. Yes, some relationships may never fully recover. But the family that emerges on the other side of this truth will be healthier than the family that existed in the lie. Because a family built on secrets is not a real family, Virgo. It is a performance. It is a fragile house of cards that must be maintained through constant vigilance, constant silence, constant denial of reality. And that kind of exhausting pretense eventually destroys everyone involved more thoroughly than the truth ever could. I pulled one more card because I needed to understand the spiritual dimension of this situation. I asked, what is the karmic or ancestral significance of this secret? Why is it surfacing now? The card was the Hierophant reversed. The Hierophant upright represents tradition, family values, conventional morality, and adherence to established structures. But reversed, it indicates rebellion against toxic traditions, questioning authority, exposing corruption within institutions or families, and breaking free from unhealthy patterns that have been passed down through generations. Spirit is showing me that this secret is not just about one person's mistake or one isolated incident. This secret is connected to a larger pattern in your family, possibly going back generations, of keeping up appearances, prioritizing image over authenticity, valuing loyalty to the family name over honesty, and sacrificing individual well-being for collective denial. Your brother's knowledge of this secret, and the pressure he feels to keep it hidden, is the continuation of an ancestral pattern. And you, Virgo, by choosing truth over comfort, by insisting on facing reality rather than maintaining illusion, are the pattern breaker. You are the one who is saying, no more. This ends with me. I will not pass this toxicity to the next generation. The Hierophant reversed is calling you to be the one who challenges the family rules that were never healthy to begin with. The unspoken agreements that say we don't talk about that, or what happens in this family stays in this family, or loyalty means pretending everything is fine even when it's not. These rules were created to protect someone, but probably not you. Probably not your brother. Probably not the most vulnerable members of the family. These rules were created to protect whoever benefits from the secret remaining hidden, whoever has the most to lose if the truth comes out, whoever has been wielding power through the control of information. And Spirit is saying, it is time for those rules to be broken. Now I need to give you very specific practical guidance, because this is not just a spiritual matter. This is a real-world family situation that could have legal, financial, or relational consequences that you need to be prepared for. First, document everything. If you have suspicions, write them down with dates and details. If your brother confides in you, take notes immediately after the conversation. If you discover evidence, save it, screenshot it, make copies. Not because you want to weaponize information, but because if this secret involves something illegal, unethical, or dangerous, you may need proof to protect yourself or others. Second, create support systems outside the family. Talk to a therapist, a trusted friend, a spiritual advisor, someone who is not enmeshed in the family drama and can give you objective perspective. When family secrets are revealed, family members often close ranks, choosing sides, pressuring everyone to stay silent for the sake of unity. You need someone in your corner who will remind you that truth and health matter more than false peace. Third, prepare for estrangement. I wish I could tell you that speaking truth will bring your family closer, but the cards are showing me that at least temporarily, and possibly permanently, some family members will reject you for refusing to participate in the cover-up. They will blame you for causing drama or ruining everything, when in reality, you are simply refusing to pretend anymore. The people who are truly invested in healing will eventually come around. The people who are invested in the lie will not. And that painful sorting process is part of what judgment brings, the separation of those who can handle truth from those who cannot. Fourth, protect your brother. If he is the one carrying this secret, he is in a vulnerable position. When secrets come out, there is often a rush to find someone to blame, and the messenger frequently becomes the target. Make it clear that you see him as a victim of this situation, not the perpetrator, unless, of course, he is the perpetrator, which is a different conversation entirely. Fifth, set boundaries now. Decide in advance what you are and are not willing to participate in. Are you willing to keep attending family gatherings where everyone pretends everything is fine? Are you willing to continue relationships with people who you now know have been lying to you? Are you willing to stay silent about what you discover in order to preserve relationships? These are questions only you can answer, but Spirit is urging you to decide your boundaries before you are in the heat of the moment, before emotions are running high, before you are being pressured by people who are panicking because their secret is no longer safe. I need to show you one more thing that came through in this reading, something that might be the most important piece of all. I asked Spirit, what is the gift in this situation? What is the blessing hidden inside this curse? The card was the Star. Oh, Virgo. Even in the midst of this painful revelation, even as your family foundation cracks and your brother's burden becomes visible, even as relationships fracture and long-held illusions dissolve, there is hope. There is healing. There is a path forward. The star is the card that appears after the tower, after the destruction, after the collapse. It is the promise that peace is coming, that clarity will emerge, that the trauma of truth-telling will eventually give way to the relief of living in reality. The star shows a woman kneeling by water, naked and vulnerable, pouring liquid from two vessels, one into the water, one onto the land. She is completely herself, completely exposed, with nothing to hide and nothing to prove. Above her, 8 stars shine, and the largest one, the guiding star, illuminates everything. This is the version of your family that can exist on the other side of this secret being revealed. Not perfect, not without scars, but authentic, real. No longer requiring massive amounts of energy to maintain a false image. No longer sacrificing individual truth for collective fiction. The star promises that your brother will be able to breathe again, that the weight he has been carrying will be lifted, that he will discover that speaking the truth, though painful, is infinitely more bearable than continuing to carry the lie. The star promises that you will discover who your real family is, not by blood, but by integrity. Not by obligation, but by genuine love and respect. Not by tradition, but by choice. And the star promises that future generations will be spared the burden of this secret. That your children or your brother's children, or the young people in your family will not have to grow up in the same atmosphere of hidden shame, unspoken rules, and forced denial that you did. This is the gift, Virgo. This is the blessing. Freedom. Authenticity. The chance to build something real on the ruins of what was fake. But there is one more card that needs to be revealed. One more message that Spirit insists must be delivered before this reading is complete. As I prepared to close the sacred space, as I reached to gather the cards and thank the guides for their presence, one final card slipped out and landed face up in the center of everything. The King of Swords. This is not your brother's card. Your brother is carrying the weight. He is the burdened one, the silent one, the one caught between loyalty and truth. But the King of Swords represents someone else in this family drama. Someone with authority. Someone who makes decisions. Someone who cuts through deception with logic and clarity. The King of Swords can represent a father figure, an older male relative, someone in a position of power within the family structure. And his appearance here suggests that this person either A. knows the secret your brother is carrying and has actively participated in keeping it hidden, possibly even threatening consequences if anyone speaks. Or B. is about to be the one who forces the issue, who demands answers, who refuses to continue pretending when evidence starts to surface. I pulled one clarifying card asking, is this King of Swords the keeper of the secret or the revealer of it? The card was the Ace of Swords. Truth cutting through confusion. A breakthrough. A moment of absolute clarity. A decision made. Words spoken that cannot be taken back. The King of Swords is going to be the catalyst, Virgo. Either your father, an uncle, a grandfather, or another authority figure is about to demand the truth. They are about to refuse to let this continue. They are about to use their position of power within the family to force everyone, including your brother, to stop hiding and start speaking. This could happen in several ways. They might directly confront your brother and refuse to accept evasive answers. They might discover evidence on their own and bring it to the family's attention. They might sense the tension and dysfunction and make it clear that continued silence is no longer acceptable. They might be facing their own mortality or crisis and decide that they cannot leave this world with this secret still poisoning the family. Whichever path it takes, the King of Swords combined with the Ace of Swords indicates that this revelation is not going to be gentle or gradual. It is going to be direct, confrontational, and impossible to avoid. And while that may sound terrifying, it is actually the intervention your family needs. Because sometimes, the people who are burdened with secrets cannot find the strength to speak them. They need someone with authority, with power, with the willingness to wield that power for the sake of truth, to give them permission and protection to finally tell what needs to be told. Now, before we close this reading, I need you to do something very important. Tonight, before you sleep, I want you to write a letter to your brother. Not an accusatory letter. Not a demanding letter. But a letter that says, I see you. I see that you are carrying something heavy. I see that you are afraid. I see that you are trying to protect people by staying silent, but I also see that the silence is destroying you. I want you to know that whatever it is, you do not have to carry it alone anymore. I am here. I am not going anywhere. And I choose our relationship, our authenticity, our freedom over the family's comfort with lies. When you are ready to speak, I will listen without judgment. When you are ready to share the burden, I will help you carry it. When you are ready to face the consequences of truth, I will stand beside you. You are my brother. And that means something deeper than keeping secrets. That means showing up for each other in truth, even when truth is hard. You do not have to send this letter if you are not ready, but writing it will clarify your own intentions. It will prepare you energetically for the conversation that is coming, and it will create a channel between you and your brother that Spirit can use to soften his heart and strengthen his courage. Write in the comments, truth over comfort. Write it as a declaration. Write it as a prayer. Write it as a commitment to yourself, your brother, your family, and the generations that will come after you. Tonight, Celestia Ardente will light a blue candle for truth and a white candle for protection. I will speak the name of every Virgo who is facing difficult family secrets, who is navigating the choice between loyalty to people and loyalty to reality, who is being called to be the pattern breaker even when that role is lonely and painful. I will ask the angels to give you courage. I will ask your ancestors, the healthy ones, the ones who want healing for the bloodline, to guide you. I will ask Spirit to reveal what needs to be revealed in the timing that creates the most healing and the least harm. Your brother's secret is heavy, Virgo. But it is not more powerful than truth. It is not more important than authenticity. And it is not worth the continued sacrifice of everyone's mental health, emotional well-being, and spiritual integrity. The tower is coming. The secret is about to be revealed. Judgment is about to sound the trumpet. And you, brave Virgo, honest Virgo, pattern-breaking Virgo, you are going to stand in your truth and help your family find its way out of the darkness and into the light. Even if they hate you for it at first. Even if they blame you for everything that falls apart. Even if they call you the problem when you are actually the solution. You will know in your soul that you did the right thing. And someday, maybe not soon, but someday, they will know it too. The star is waiting on the other side of the tower. Freedom is waiting on the other side of the secret. Healing is waiting on the other side of the truth. And your brother, when he finally speaks, when he finally releases the burden he has been carrying, will understand that you did not destroy the family. You saved it. Virgo, I am sitting here with tears streaming down my face. That message came through with such raw vulnerability, such desperate honesty, such relief at finally being seen, that I can barely breathe. This is real. Your brother's burden is real. His exhaustion is real. His readiness, or his willingness to become ready, is real. And Spirit is showing me, through this final channeled message, that you are the key. You are the person he trusts enough to speak to. You are the one who can create the safe space he needs. You are the catalyst for this family's healing, whether you asked for that role or not. I pulled one final card asking, what happens if Virgo reaches out to their brother after this reading? The card was the Six of Cups. Healing. Reconciliation. Returning to innocence. Childhood bonds being honored. Siblings supporting each other. Past pain being acknowledged and released. The Six of Cups promises that if you approach your brother with love, with patience, with genuine willingness to hear his truth without judgment, something beautiful will unfold between you. Not immediately easy. Not without pain. But ultimately healing. You will remember why you love each other. You will reconnect to the bond you had before secrets and fear complicated everything. You will discover that facing difficult truths together actually makes relationships stronger, not weaker. And together, you will find the courage to do what needs to be done. To speak what needs to be spoken. To face what needs to be faced. You are not alone in this, Virgo. He is not alone in this. You have each other. And that is more powerful than any secret, any fear, any family pressure to stay silent. Write in the comments, I am my brother's keeper. I choose truth. I choose healing. And then go to him. Soon. This week. Today, if possible. Look him in the eye. Hold his hand if he will let you. And say the words that will set both of you free. I know you are carrying something. I am ready to hear it. And I promise, no matter what it is, we will face it together. That is all he needs to hear. That simple permission. That sacred promise. And when he speaks, when he finally releases the burden he has been carrying, when the secret comes tumbling out in tears and relief and fear, just listen. Do not interrupt. Do not minimize. Do not try to fix it or decide what to do about it in that moment. Just witness. Just hold space. Just let him know that he is not alone anymore. The rest will unfold as it needs to. The tower will do its work. Judgment will sound. Justice will be served. The star will guide you both toward healing. But it starts with you, Virgo. It starts with your willingness to face uncomfortable truth. It starts with your courage to be the pattern breaker, the silence breaker, the one who says, enough. Your brother is waiting. The truth is waiting. Your family's healing is waiting. All it needs is one brave person to take the first step. Be that person. Tonight, I will hold both of you, you and your brother, in a circle of divine protection and courage. I will ask the angels to soften hearts, to open communication, to create the conditions for truth to emerge with as much grace and as little destruction as possible. You are ready for this, Virgo. Even if you do not feel ready. Even if you are terrified. Even if part of you wants to close this reading and pretend you never saw it. Your soul knows. Your intuition knows. Your higher self knows. It is time. Go to your brother. Listen to his truth. Stand beside him as he faces the consequences. And together, help your family find its way out of the darkness and into the light. The secret ends now. The healing begins today. I am with you. Spirit is with you. Your brother is with you. And the truth will set you all free. Blue Heart Balance Scale, Sparkle's old key, duh.